everyone. Here we come day 19 of this 30 days speaking challenge. So today's question is, which recent news story have you found interesting? I found such a hard time finding interesting news, finding an interesting news, because I'm not a fan of news. I mean, I don't listen to news often, I don't watch news often, or I don't read news often. I just listen or read news from time to time. Whenever I come across something special, I tend to listen or watch those news. But after I came across this question, I had to research what is the most interesting news lately. So I had such a hard time finding finding a news, because there are so many news, and I had to read and watch so many things to find an interesting news. Finally, I found one. Among most of miserable news, I found this news is so interesting. That's why I wanted to share this news with you. And this news is from Israel. Let me read the news, and let me tell you why it is interesting. News is, scientists in Israel are closer than ever to making two-way communication with another species more likely by using AI to understand the language of bats. So this is a good news. I suppose if they would be succeeded about this project, we will be able to understand what animals communicate about. That's so interesting. That's why I found it's interesting news. It's the team at Tel Aviv University created a large database of bat noises and videos, teaching AI how to differentiate between the different sounds. The algorithm then matched the sounds with specific social interactions captured on film. So I think it makes sense for you. They are gonna create a large database using videos and noises of bats. Then they are gonna create something, they call this project Doolittle Machine. So then in the end, the computer will be able to speak the language to understand what they say to each other. So that's why it's so interesting news. We can understand, we will be able to understand what animals are communicating about, what they are talking to each other, something like that. So it's so interesting. I hope this project will be succeeded. Then we can understand what bats were talking to each other. So that's why it's interesting news. I don't know, I think it's really interesting. For me, I love this kind of news, because I'm curious what animals are talking to each other. It's so interesting. And this project, they embarked this project because one of the members of this team wanted to create a Doolittle machine to find out what animals talk to each other, what animals communicate to each other. So that's why they are they started this project, as they mention here. So I'm kind of person like this Professor Yuzi Yovel, because he's the person who wanted to create a machine, a Doolittle machine, to understand what animals communicate about. So yeah, that's why I think this news is so interesting. So The words that I found so new and I haven't come across before. First one is harnessing. Scientists are harnessing the power of artificial intelligence. And second one, decode. I never use this word, but I think it makes sense. This word, I can understand this word, I think, and I haven't used this word before. And next one, differentiate. This is the first time that I am using this word to speak about something. So I'll put the meanings of those words with my video. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow. Bye.